So, why don't you give me that G again?
Yeah, G.
That's right. And then the C.
C,
Lovely. And then slide that shape up 2 frets and you've got the D.
Yeah,
That's
nice,
it. Yeah, nice.
That's really cool, Stu.
Yeah.
So we've got G, C, and D.
Yeah.
That's really simple, isn't it? I mean, watching you every week on Sundays like I do, I knew it was a pretty easy thing to do, that you're sort of up there playing the guitar, but I literally didn't realise it was just 3 chords.
Well, yeah, it's not just 3 chords. I mean, I know a lot of worship songs are pretty simple in their chord structure, but there are loads more chords. There's
really?
major sevenths, minor sevenths, there's diminished sevenths,
right.
There's ninths, there's twelfths. So, music and guitar playing is so much more than just 3 chords. I mean, I've been playing guitar since I was 7 years old, so I've been playing it for ages.
Oh, so it's not going to be something I just pick up in a couple of hours? And...
Unfortunately not, no. You might be some sort of prodigy that can just do it, but it's unlikely. This is the kind of thing that I've been practicing for years, and I continue to practice every day, and it'll be like my lifelong thing of practicing my guitar, yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, I guess the thing is, another thing that kind of attracts me to actually playing the guitar is it's obviously just something you do for a couple of hours on Sundays, and then you've kind of got, the rest of your week to play with, right? So yeah. I quite like the thought of just having a very niche role in my week.
Yes. No, guitar playing isn't just something I do for 2 hours on a Sunday. It's something that requires that lifelong commitment to, and lifelong kind of learning part of it as well.
Oh, wow.
It's not just 2 hours on a Sunday, unfortunately.
So it kind of carries on when you leave the building?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you know what, Stu? This is making me think of something.
Oh, yeah?
This is making me think of my discipleship sermon.
Oh, yeah?
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
There were actually a couple of things that I talked about, and there's something to do with what we've been talking about here.
Didn't you make a couple of really good points?
What is making me think is a bit like I'm learning the guitar from you, and actually, I'm not really learning it very well, but I'm learning from someone who's so much better than me by kind of doing it as a hands-on thing, watching what you're doing, trying to follow and listening to you. Discipleship's a bit like that. It's a bit like an apprenticeship, I said. And yeah, the 2 points I made, which actually come out in our conversation today, are that discipleship is a lifelong thing. So we might make the decision to follow Jesus at some point, but then we don't suddenly, attain a few things and then reach the end. It's something we mature and carry on with throughout our lives as God continually shapes us and finds different things to teach us about, and as we walk alongside other people and go through different stages. And the other thing it makes me think about from our conversation is you said this isn't just something you do on Sundays. You leave and you go home and you practice at home and you choose things to do at home and you keep learning at home and you bring that back in here on Sundays. And we're all blessed by it, actually. But actually, that's a bit like, for us, it's almost like we come in here on Sundays to church, we listen, sometimes then we go on to home groups and we talk about what we've heard. But those points in our week are like equipping us for the rest of our week. So then we leave and we go out into the rest of our week and we can do what we do because we've kind of been built up and encouraged and learnt on Sundays how to do the rest of our life. So it's not just this 1 or 2 hours, it's the whole of our life. And so in that way, I think that actually it's a bit like learning the guitar.
Yeah.
Should we get back to it?
Yeah, let's get on your discipleship of the guitar, shall we?
Sure.
Show me that G again. Lovely, and then the C. Thanks so much for joining us on this week's Midweek Memo. It's been wonderful to hear from Natasha on the subject of discipleship, just like we did on Sunday. And if you want to watch or listen to that entire sermon that she preached on Sunday, head back to our YouTube page and why don't you re-watch that whole service? It was really, really good. It's worth listening to it again. And then this coming Sunday, we've got an all-together service, which is being led by Peter Greystone and Andy Buchanan and the whole team. It's going to be really, really great, and we would love you to join in with that. We would love you to be here in the room with us if you can, so you can sign up to do that on our website, or if you can't make it, why don't you tune in online on our YouTube page. Another thing we've got going on is the Back on the Bus initiative, which is a series of really cool trips for our young people. They're going away to the beach this weekend, and then they're going to Blue Water in a few weeks, and then also a water park trip, which sounds awesome. So we would love it if you guys could pray for them as they go on these trips. And if you're able to help out financially with these trips, that would be wonderful. Maybe you can just donate a bit of money and help a young person who might not be able to afford it otherwise to be able to come onto one of these trips. You can do that via the donate link in the description below. One more thing to tell you about is the Refresh Cafe, which is happening this coming Sunday, the 6th, from 11:30 till 12:30. We all know that this year has been hard on a lot of us, and maybe you just want to talk to somebody about what you've been going through. Maybe you've gone through some bereavement or sadness or anything. This is the perfect space to do that. There'll be people there who are just trying to listen. They're really good at just listening to you, and this is the time and the place where you can talk to them. So that's at 11:30 till 12:30. This coming Sunday the 6th in the Watney Room. More information about that is on our website. Thanks so much for tuning into the Midweek Memo. It's been wonderful to see you, and we'll see you again soon.